Hello everyone, today is the 25th of June. Think about this. It is a great thing to have a name and an identity, to know who you are, who you trust, who you belong with and to. What values are key to who you are and how you live. As a part of all that, it is great to know how to relate to the world and live with hope in it. Let me suggest two things about the forming and moulding of identity. On the one hand, it is the work of a lifetime. We are never finished with the task of shaping our truest, best, deepest selves. We are always in process of diminishing and eliminating those dimensions of identity we know are damaging to ourselves, hurtful to others, and dangerous when let loose in the world through us. At the same time, we are always bedding in and nurturing, tending and growing characteristics that are good and true, healing and helpful, qualities that we know deep in our hearts will boost us in becoming the people we want to be. As we say in Bandside, we are all on a journey. On the other hand, it takes a village or a community or a family to play its part in giving us our name and values to live by, our identity and who we are. We can't do it by ourselves. We are made for relationship and can't live without it. Indeed, we can't be ourselves without others. As a wonderfully insightful African proverb puts it, I am because we are. Another says, Muntu ni muntu chifuku chabanyake. That means a person is a person because of and on behalf of other people. The truth is, as we grow and hopefully never stop developing in our humanity and in our humaneness, we are endlessly touching base with our family, our community, our village, to pick up feedback in the form of affirmation or perhaps, as we say, constructive criticism. The Bible has a variety of ways of envisaging identity formation. It has a range of images to depict who we are and who we are called to be. Jeremiah describes God fashioning human lives as like a potter creating something worthwhile out of a lump of clay. Peter reminds us that once no people, now we are the people of God, called out of darkness into God's wonderful light to declare God's praises and demonstrate God's ways of mercy in the world. And there is a big role for family and community in all this. Deuteronomy lays out that when children ask who they are and who God is, family and community are to be ready to tell the story of God's liberation and justice at every opportunity. When sitting at home, when walking along the road, when children go to bed, and when they get up again. But in the Christian community, baptism is the most important occasion for naming and claiming and beginning the lifelong journey of becoming the people God wants us to be. In baptism, children of God are welcomed into the church, named as Christ's own, and started on a distinctive path of discipleship. If you have ever attended a baptism in Bandside, you'll know I always say that if a child does not learn the core Christian values of love, mercy, justice, compassion, welcome, inclusion and peace among us, she or he will learn other values out in the world. Although we have not been able to see one another over recent months on account of coronavirus, I hope that through reading the Bible and interacting with those around you, through prayer and reflection and any other means at your disposal, you have continued on your journey to be the person God wants you to be. On Sunday, in an online Children's Day service, our children will be leading us in worship and showing how they are progressing on their journeys. It's going to be really great, so plan to be a part of it. Parents, share the link with grannies and grandas, uncles and aunts, and anybody else that you can think of. Let me also just remind you that the church hall will be open this Saturday, the 27th of June, to facilitate the receipt of free will offering and property fund envelopes. You'll be able to drop off your envelopes between 10 in the morning and 12 noon at the glass porch in a way that meets all the requirements of social distancing. Before I sign off, take this with you to think about. At the deepest level, our true identity is found in the amazing conviction that as messed up as we can be in our living, we are still made in the image of God, and there is hope for us all. As St. Augustine, one of the great thinkers of the early church, put it, our hearts are restless and will remain so until they find true rest in God. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey, understand that God knows your name, and in all the ways open to you, be about the task of shaping your identity to be the person God wants you to be. Play your part in growing into the image of God with which you are indelibly marked. This is a journey it's never too late to start. God bless for now, and I'll see you on Sunday.